Hello Cancer, what's going on? It's your girl Aqua May. I'm here for your E-King reading. Sorry it took me a few days to get to you, but I did not forget about you guys, okay? So thank you for tuning in today, and if you are here for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you get all of your messages, my Cancers, okay? But if you do not know what the E-King is, this is an ancient Chinese divination system, and it translates to the Book of Changes. So it talks about different changes and things we go through in our lives and, basically, excuse me, it's my lamp, I'm trying to fix it. But basically how we can fix it, right? How we can work through it, how we can get the best guidance and to make the best decisions. So that's what we're doing today. And if you haven't seen me do one of these before, I will roll the dice. If I get an odd number, it'll be for one card, and even numbers will be 2 cards. So we're going to see what Spirit wants you to know at this time when it comes to the E-King. What is the energy surrounding my Cancers? Thank you, and Ashe. Oop, okay. You got 4 and 5, that's 9. That's one card that you need. 4 and 5, stability and changes. So some things are going to be stable, some things are going to be changing, but there's going to be obstacles in deciding, I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Give me one card for my Cancers. Oh, this one wanted to come out. All right. You have number 47, Confined. Okay, it says creating success. Consistency is a great person. Consistency of a great person. Good fortune. Not a mistake. There are words, not trust. So it says, can you stick to your purpose when there is no external encouragement or confirmation? No outward signs of progress does not mean you or the world are wrong. Concentration on inner growth within the confinement. It says concentrate on the inner growth within the confinement. Don't place too much value on words. They are not trustworthy enough to give you a way out. And the questions are, what if you could only rely on yourself? Who are you? When are you alone? Right? Who are you when you are alone? So this energy of the confined, you may be feeling confined right now. You may be feeling like things are just like, nothing is progressing, nothing is going away. You don't see how your efforts are making any changes. But this is really asking you to go within yourself and ask yourself, if you were the only one here, there was nobody else to blame for anything, what would happen? Who are you? Who are you when you're that person, right? When there's nobody you can rely on. This is a strong message coming out the door, my Cancer. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Are you feeling confined? Are you feeling... I'm being told to read the book. Okay, because we do have a book for this. I don't normally read these books on screen, actually, but I'm being told to, so I shall. I read them in my own, pace and timing. But number 47... Confined. It says the lake has drained away into the stream below. A sparkling center of vitality now has no water left, no energy for communication. A noble one is still active. She lets her mandate flow with the aspiration in her heart, creating a strong inner momentum to reach fulfillment. So this is, again, about you having to go within you when there's all else fails. You have yourself. When there's nothing else around, when you feel like there is just no one you can turn to, right? You feel like you're in a sticky situation, right? You may feel like you're backed into a corner. But this is about you and your strength and how do you get yourself out of confined situations, right? Situations that make you feel tied down and held down, suffering in silence. All right. This is something I feel like I'm hearing that you have to suffer in silence with, right? Because again, there's no one else that can help you with this. Whatever this is, this could be you having a low self-esteem, or you could have your ego's been bruised in some sort of way, or, something that has happened that it's like, maybe you're throwing a temper tantrum about something and it's like only you would understand it, right? But it's for you to get over. It's for you to see why you're having this feeling, why you're feeling this way, right? Trapped in fear. That is so, I just said that, confined. He's behind bars, right? I was going to say that's so crazy because this is the energy of confined, right? But this is the energy of confinement within your head. The suffering in silence is also the swords energy. These are both swords. You're starting out with the 9 of swords and the 8 of swords. So this is about your mental conversations that you are having with yourself, what you tell yourself, how you look at yourself, okay, what you have a fear of, that is like almost something is locked up behind this bar that you haven't, you put it there because you don't want to deal with it, right? There's a fear of it. So it's like, if I just hold it down, if I don't look at it, if I don't deal with it, then it's fine. But it's not, because you haven't paid any mind to it, right? You haven't put the attention on it to figure it out and understand it fully. So you have two cards here. Look at this, the Wheel of Destiny, all right? You have Destiny here, which is a Wheel of Fortune, and then you have the Ace of Pentacles with the Prosperity Begins. You have an ending into a beginning. You have 8, 9, and 10 here, okay? 8, 9, and 10. You see this? And then you have that 1, back to the beginning. So there's something about you taking back control. There's something about you unlocking. It's almost like you put a chain. I'm seeing somebody who put a chain on a wheel, like a bicycle wheel, so nobody takes it, nobody steals it, right? But it's also like you're this energy of like stealing time, stealing the, you know, you could be doing so much more if you just kind of dealt with this, right? Really, really put yourself in that like dark space, right? Trap your own self into a corner and say, how am I going to get out of this, right? Test your own strength and your own resolve and your own resilience here, right? Because I feel like there's something, look, the 9 of Wands is in reverse. So it's telling you here that you feel defeated. You feel like you want to give up, but it's not time to, right? You have the Hermit card, the 3 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords in reverse, right? You're feeling like something, everything that you do here is not working, right? It's like something you're doing. It's like every time I try this, it's just like, oh my God, something is always coming to almost like you feel like you've been pummeled in some sort of way, right? With mental things, with physical things, with other people's energy, with other people's demands, right? And I feel like you may feel like you're slipping backwards instead of going forward here, right? You feel like you don't have the power that you need. Again, this is the 9 and 10 here with another 9. So this energy about getting out of something and overcoming it, because again, it's holding you back. It's making you not feel like you're full in your full self, because again, this suffering in silence, you're not telling people about it, but it's still reflecting on your behaviors and your actions, what you're doing on the outside. So even if you don't think that people notice this thing about you, that you may be going through something, it's very visible through your actions, right? So, but the 3 of Cups here with the Hermit is telling me for you to, again, your spirit guides want you to go dig deep within you. Excuse me. The 3 of Cups is your energy. So it's like you finding happiness in all the ways that you can find possible, celebrating life in every way that you can find possible, feeling gracious and gratitude and appreciation for everything, right? This is like just being in that constant state to combat what is happening, but that just may not be the most healthiest thing, right? It's almost like you're putting up this sort of facade with this Hermit energy here. All right. Let's see. Trapped in fear. This is the 8 of Swords. What do we have here for my Cancers? The 2 of Pentacles. See, this is like... okay, hold on. Let me just get some more cards, because I'm seeing almost like the devil energy here, and I don't like to really call the cards out before they come, because I want the energy to be pure for you. But I'm seeing this energy of like, it's just a flip of a switch to get yourself out of this trapped in fear energy, right? It's just like, look at that, the Hangman, it flipped over in reverse. So it's telling you to free yourself, right? It's a flip of a switch. You can be here, staying in something, digging, you know, it's like falling into something, making yourself like almost a victim, right? And I don't want to really say that you're making yourself a victim, but that's how you feel, because this is like a thought pattern, or, you know, whatever. But it's about flipping the emotion here. It's something is like also triggering you. There's some type, yeah, look at that, the devil came out. There's something where it's like something that triggers you, that can bring you back into a state, like I said, with that relapse energy, with that feeling like you're falling backwards energy with the 10 of Swords, like you haven't accomplished something yet, it's still hurting, it's still stabbing you, it's still hard to work through, right? But again, flip of a switch. So it's like, how easily are you slipping back into this mindset, into this feeling, into this place that is not quite healthy, that is not quite conducive to anything. The Eight of Pentacles is working a number on you. I can tell you that much. Whatever this is, it is a constant battle of the back and forth and working on something and then feeling like something is not working. Working on something and feeling like, maybe not even wanting to deal with it anymore. Like, I'm going to put my all into it today, and then tomorrow you're like, what the hell? I don't care. That's what I'm getting here with that. So the Destiny card, what are we doing with this wheel? How are we getting up out of this energy? How are we freeing ourselves for these Cancers at this time? You have the Fool and the Knight of Pentacles. And I'm hearing, don't be afraid of, like, because the Knight of Pentacles is like feeling like they have to complete something. All right. But with this Knight of Pentacles, it's like, if you just don't feel like doing it, if you feel like dropping your responsibilities to something, that's not really a good idea necessarily. Like, I feel like somebody's just wanting to give it all away, but then they can't. It's like, in your mind, you're like, I'm ready to just say F it. But in reality, you can't, right? Because that Fool is in reverse. It's like, where are you actually going? There's a way that the wheel is supposed to turn, and you can't control that. So you have to give up the fight here with this Knight of Pentacles, feeling like it has to be done in a particular way. You have the Star energy here, and this is having faith and trust into the process. Trust into yourself, healing yourself from this energy of feeling trapped, to feeling like something is taking control over you and you can't free yourself from it. Because in all reality, you can. You have the Ten of Wands with the Knight of Wands, with the King of Wands, and it's in reverse. With the I'm actually going to put those here. They said, okay, so that's just telling you, again, the control level. The confined energy that you have is a level of control that you are trying to, or something feels very controlling, but it's about, like, again, you removing yourself from that energy of control, whether it's someone trying to control you in some way or you trying to control a situation to happen and get a certain outcome. It's only going to cause you to, like, hold the bag at the end of the day, right? It's like, you don't want to be the one necessarily with all the responsibility, with everything. Like, you're trying to make this wheel turn. So if you have too much attached to you, then how can it truly smoothly turn? It's going to be like dragging stuff with it, right? If you have your car, you're trying to pack up your car and it's moving way too much, it has a heavy load, it's going to move slower, right? So don't have that heavy load. And you have the Death energy here with the Prosperity Begins. So there is definitely a breakthrough here once you come to this realization, if you have not already. Cancer, you are in reverse here with the with the Chariot, right? I feel like you come to a place where it's like this Death energy with the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. You find something that is not fully complete, right? This is not like this energy of like, okay, this is the end result. No, this is where you come to something and you realize that you can turn this around, right? You can make this Ten of Pentacles and this Chariot energy of things flowing. But as you coming to the energy of saying, oh, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be, right? It's like the Chariot knows when to move and knows when to stop. And that Ten of Pentacles could be like a startup project or a startup thing that has the potential to be amazing, right? But it's not quite there yet. And there's nothing wrong with that energy, because that's a freeing energy where you have the ability to develop and grow on a level that doesn't feel confined to what like you're used to, right? It's like you're trying to break out of that energy. So once you find this, it's going to tell you like, oh, okay, this is what I was supposed to be doing. This is how I was supposed to be feeling. Okay. All right. You have the Justice card here. I'm telling you, it's like you arrive at the right spot, you in the right emotion, in the right feeling, in the right physical place, in the right mental place. It's like everything just starts to really fall into place for you when you come in this energy of like you get to the wheel and there's a weight limit. It tells you there's only 50 pounds and you got 250 pounds and you realize, wait a minute, I am carrying way too much stuff, all right? And even if you get down to 75 pounds of stuff, you can still hop on that wheel and it won't be as slow instead of with 250 pounds, right, of stuff. All metaphoric, but take it how it resonates. So let me wrap up this message. What do we have for my Cancers? You guys got a good message today, I feel like. It says communicating with using the 4 clairs. That's clairvoyancy, clairaudience, claircognizance, and I know there's another one. I can't ever remember it, but yes. I think it has to do with like the scent, something like that. But it says the universe is sending you a never-ending stream of messages to help you. So be very open to that, right? So take this message and really take heed to it, because I feel like this is made for someone especially. It says work smart, not hard, and then you got humor that also fell out, right? So it's number 29 and 30, right? That's interesting because that's the 11 and 3. So it's like this energy of meeting this, karmic cycle in your life, and it's like you are in a good space once you pass it, right? It says you don't need to follow other people's rules. And then it says surround yourself with people who have a sense of humor and a smile on their face. So this is your message, Cancer. I hope it resonated. I will talk to you guys soon. See you later. Bye.